Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Angel. Today I wanted to spend a little bit of time with you doing some great practical DIY for Christmas gifts. These are inexpensive, easy to accomplish in an afternoon, and things that folks will really use and are very practical but also very thoughtful and personal. So without further ado, let's get started.
DIY are going to be glass etched projects. The first one is an ornament, and what I've utilized here are glass ornaments and some peel off initial type or letter stickers. I apply those after cleaning the ornament directly to them and then flatten them out with a paper towel. I use a small paintbrush to add the glass etching medium right over the sticker that I've applied. One of the stickers I put it within the initial, and the other I applied, you'll see, over the initial to give it almost a hazed look. After the chemical rests for about 10 to 15 minutes, you rinse that off under water, remove the sticker, and wash it with dish soap and dry it off. You'll then be able to see where it has etched in or around the element that you placed on the ornament. This ornament I am filling with a wedding invitation and dried flowers, and you could also do this with a birth announcement, a graduation announcement. I simply place the dried flower petals in there, and then I cut the announcement into thin strips and inserted it. I replaced the cap back on the top of the ornament, and in this particular case I added a ribbon color that was one of the colors in their wedding, and it just makes a great keepsake of a very special day that they can have on their tree year after year. It doesn't quite stand out like some of the others, but it's just a very subtle reminder to only those who know exactly what is in the ornament, yet it's very personalized. Using this same glass etching technique, I made coffee mugs for our teacher gifts. I went through the same process, added on their initial, painted on the medium, and it just makes for a very personalized gift. You could also do this with wine glasses as well. And for a little extra something, I packaged these up in a box. I added in a Starbucks gift card, a little bit of paper shreds, some chocolates, and just an extra sprig of greenery. Tying all that together, I utilized some baker's twine at the top and added in a little bit more greenery there just to make this gift a little extra special and personalized. Here is where, if you did wine glasses, you could also add in a bottle of wine, maybe a block of cheese. You could spend less than $20 and have a really nice, personalized, well thought out gift for someone very special. The next DIY is a multi-wick brass candle. I purchased this bowl from Ross for $4.99 and 6 wicks from Hobby Lobby for $2.99. I then purchased Dollar Tree candles, submerged them in water, let that water come to a boil, and you can see it will let all of the wax dissolve down. While I was waiting for the candles to liquefy, I went ahead and placed my wicks at the bottom of my bowl container. I utilized hot glue, adding a dab to the bottom of each wick and placing it within the container on the bottom. In full transparency, I wish I would have thought through a little more of the wick placement and spread them out just a bit farther in the container, but I was really happy with the overall effect at the end. I utilized painter's tape in a crisscross pattern just to ensure that the wicks stayed upright and did not fall into the liquid wax when I began to fill the container. I did that for each row all along the edges, as you can see. Once I had the tape in place, I twisted pairs of the wicks together to help them maintain an upright position. Once the wax was completely liquefied, I used hot mitts and very carefully began to pour the melted wax into the container. I did recycle a couple of the wicks out of these jars because at the very end it took far less wax to fill this container than I had anticipated. It utilized 8 remelted candles, so I had a couple left over So I pulled out those wicks and I used them, you'll see a little bit later. The 8 jars of wax dumped in actually made this end up being about a ½ inch from the top of the container, you can see here. And with that additional wax I had, I simply got 2 wooden bowls that I had in my stash, applied those reused wicks, and made 2 adorable wood bowl candles. After the wax had solidified, I trimmed all of my wicks down, and it took about 72 hours for the large candle to cure given the depth. Please always remember, never leave candles burning unattended, and make sure to keep your wicks trimmed to about 1/4 inch above the wax for even burning. So without further ado, enjoy a look at all of our DIYs.